If you do nothing else in 2026, do these three things to kickstart your job search in the new year. If your job search went nowhere last year, you're certainly not alone. But don't panic because if you repeat the same thing over and over again, that's insanity, right? So we're going to do something new. This is three steps that are going to be very easy for you to remember. Just listen to this video a few times to make sure that it sinks in. And of course, you can always comment below if you have any questions as well on how this might work. So these aren't theories. These are patterns from the inside of hiring that I've seen play out over and over and over again. I know the dynamic that gets you hired, and this is a huge part of it. But before we go on, I really would ask you to, if you could subscribe to this channel so I can continue to bring you this up-to-date information all the time so you have it readily available. And thank you for those who already have subscribed. So here we go. Number one, fix your LinkedIn profile. First thing you do, okay? I know we tend to focus on the resume, which is also important, but the LinkedIn profile, think of it as a marketing piece. It takes your resume and it expands on who you are. It's really important and it's no longer optional. Think of it this way, it's a search engine result and it's a credibility filter. Recruiters go to LinkedIn 90% of the time first to find candidates. You want to stand out in that search, okay? And hiring managers go there as well to make sure your resume lines up with your LinkedIn profile and maybe to learn a little bit more about you. So it's very important. Think of it this way. This is your story. This is who you are. This is your face to the world on what you can do. So what you do is you pick your identity, pick a role, and then pick that lane. Make sure the exact language shows up in your headline right under your name. And then your about section. In the first maybe one or two sentences in your about section, make sure everything ties in together. It's very important. Visibility comes before interviews, okay? Number two, stop the nervous rambling. I know it plagues us all, but you have to try to find a way to stop that, and I'm going to help you here, okay? Because I want you to come across sounding competent, and there's nothing worse than rambling on and on and on. You lose their attention. Okay. Most candidates don't lose interviews because they lack experience. They lose them because they can't connect to them and they can't find a way to answer their questions in something that they can remember. So there is a three-part way to answer every question. It's one is your clear idea, two supporting points, and three steps or actions that you took to support that. Okay, it's very important. Clear data, two supporting points, and three steps or actions you took to solve that problem. Okay, think of it this way: executives think in bullet points. If you speak in paragraphs, you might come across sounding a little junior when you're not. Hiring managers walk into an interview and they think to themselves, oh, please let this be the one. They want to have you be the one. So make it easy for them. Make it memorable. So when you answer in a structured three-part way, that makes it easy. Psychologically, three things stand out in someone's mind and it helps them to remember you. So it's really important, okay? Make their decision easy to hire you, okay? Lastly, stop answering questions and start influencing more in the interview, okay? Strong candidates will ask questions, good questions, but hired candidates ask the right ones, influential questions. Smart questions change the dynamic and it turns the interviewer into more of now a collaborator. So you're collaborating with them. People invest in candidates that they engage with. That creates favorable bias. So use 2 or 3 well-placed interview questions and segue them into the interview. And also use their first name when you're addressing them, when the timing is correct. And another nice little tweak is repeat part of the question back. Use their name, John, that's an excellent question. And then answer the question in that 3-part framework. So here's what I want to tell you. Stop being evaluated so much and start being remembered. Because if you're up against hundreds of other candidates, you want to stand out, and you stand out by the questions that you answered that are remembered, and that's really important. So think of it this way: LinkedIn, that gets you seen. Structured answers and responses get you remembered, and influence is what happens when you can close the deal. Okay. So you want to be very influential and collaborate with your interviewer. It's really important. But don't just watch this video. I want you to watch it a few times, and I want you to really think about it and implement this into your very next interview. It's very important. That's how you're going to start to see traction. You don't have to get more search. You don't have to do all these other different things. This is what you need to do when you go into an interview. It's really important, those 3 steps. I've watched this play out for thousands of candidates on the other side. Trust me, it does work. So stop using the same interview style and start taking control of your interview from this point forward. Make a promise to yourself that you're going to do something different. And if you decide that this is the year you want support from a coach, such as myself, I have all the packages and the things that I do listed below, completely affordable. And they're all designed to get you back to work quickly. So I hope this helps. Happy New Year, and here's to a great 2026. Thank you.